Hi everyone, welcome to our new extended show. We're actually stringing everything together, doing a whole new format this week for you, for the people out there. I'm sitting here with Brett Cloutier. We're working on a title right now. You know, if you have any ideas, find us on campus. Email your email, Brett, Cloutier.
Cloutier at Augsburg.edu.
Beautiful. So if you have any questions for him as well, you know, you see the show, anything pops in your mind, send them out, text, comments, whatever you want to do. Call us right now. I'll take the call on air if you're somehow watching live. Anyway, so we digress. Brett Cloutier.
Get back on track here.
Let's get back on track. Let's get back on track and cover all the sports this week. Let's start with women's basketball. Obviously, the tough stretch coming in. They had one win on the season, but you know they played Bethel first game 65-52 of this week. Serena Levine was out, and it looked like things were only going to get worse from there because Serena Levine is their best all-around player. And in that 65-52 loss, he didn't see her. So how does that affect the offense, and who has to step up and really show that they can carry it when Levine's out?
Well, Serena Levine has definitely carried their offense from the point guard sense for the whole season. Even though they've only had one game, she's played excellent throughout the year. You know, they lose that game to Bethel, you know, by a substantial amount. But I think it's an adjustment period to play without her. And you saw later in the week they played much better, and they kind of got a little more comfortable playing without her. It'll be great to get her back in line. It looks like right now they're playing their best basketball this season.
And moving right into that best basketball, Shannon Rennie explodes. She was gone. She was 6 for 46 heading into the game. You know, kind of a rough stretch. And I talked to her earlier. You know, she said, you know, shooters go through streaks like this. It happens to everybody. And she really, you know, kept her confidence up, shot herself out of it. 35 points in the 78-66 win over Carleton. When you look at Shannon, you know, looking at the shooters and how they perform and how she really worked out of this, she carried the offense. She was a veteran. She stepped up and got them the second win.
Yeah, I don't want to take too much credit for it. I think we kind of reversed jinx her. You know, you kind of made the point that she's 6 for the last 46, and I say, you know, she's
maybe she saw it. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe she saw it. Maybe we reversed jinx it. But no, Shannon's, you know, like I said last week, she's an excellent shooter. She's probably one of the best pure shooters in the conference. You can see that by her 9-3 she hit on Saturday's game, breaking the MIAC single game record. I think Coach Jennifer Britt's definitely designed some plays to get her going because she is such an integral part of their offense. You know, she spreads the whole court for their inside game. And when Serena Levine comes back, it'll help. Now she'll be able to penetrate and look to kick out to Shannon. But no, I think Shannon definitely got going, and hopefully she can ride this hot streak out for a couple more wins.
Britt has really stayed on her about her confidence, and now she's really got to have that confidence. And you've really seen it this week. Stepped in against St. Mary's yesterday, 78-65 win down in Winona. Another big game for her, 26 points. Talk about the whole offense, you know, revolving around her, and how that really opens up the floor. You know, you saw it in the stats yesterday. One of the few things you've seen this year, Augsburg out-rebounded the other team on the women's side. 50-37, they out-rebounded them. 17 offensive rebounds. Brittany Dyshaw was big inside. So talk about how on the offensive side, her shooting really opens up inside for second chance opportunities.
Yeah, you look at at basketball at any level, you need, in order to get your post players, your big girls scoring inside, is you need the your perimeter players to have good games to spread the floor so they can't collapse down the post. You know, with Shannon Rennie's hot shooting, I expect Brittany Dyshaw to put up, you know, some big games here because they're not going to double team her in the post. She'll be able to take her girl one-on-one. Absolutely.
You looked at who stepped up. Tracy Schrank had a double-double in the first game of that Bethel game we were talking about, and Micah Sater stepped in, and only her third game with the team. Stepped in and played really well, scored in double figures 2 of the 3 games that she's been in. It looks like when these Augies get their opportunities, they're really seizing them and really doing it for the team and really stepping up.
Yeah, they're a young team we've talked about all season, and they definitely, you know, it looks like they're finally getting the freshmen kind of getting their feet under them, and they're playing their best basketball at the right time of the year here. You know, they're halfway through the conference season. You know, maybe they can stay hot here in the second half of the season, make a run at that, you know, final spot in the playoffs.
Absolutely, and that's what they've said their goal is, and Shannon was talking about earlier to me. Finish above 500, make the playoffs, mathematically possible. Yeah. Why not? You went out, and that's really a possibility for them. So next they have Hamlin at Hamlin Wednesday. Hopefully you'll make out the trip out there if you don't come to the men's game on Wednesday. And good luck to them. Congratulations to Shannon Rennie, Co-MIAC Player of the Week this week. So moving right along, as this is the part that's going to get weird for us, but moving right along and transitioning to the men's basketball side. Same opponents. Talked about Bethel. We were both at the game. Got to take it in. 85-73 victory. It really wasn't that close. Augsburg played really well, and John Katzens 23 points. 8 assists and 6 rebounds, really carried the team. He made every shot when it mattered.
Yeah, Katzens played a phenomenal game. He was very clutch. I mean, even when you saw at the end of the game, Bethel started to make their run and kind of I think they got down 8, 10 points, got into single digits there. You saw Katzens' senior leadership step up, you know, stop the run, score a couple buckets, get everyone involved, and, you know, get the team back up and end up, you know, expanding their lead to make it, you know, look like it was more of a higher scoring game for them or a bigger gap margin of victory than initially it looked like Bethel was going to cut it to.
Right. I have to give Andy Grimm some crap here because, Andy, I mean, I love you. You're a great player. Daniel Baugh Andy Grimm has his own poster now because Daniel Bott finally put him on a poster. We saw he was trying to do his best Trace McGrady impression. Daniel Bott scoring a lot of points in a little amount of time. Had 10 in the last 2:16 and 29 in the game, 23 in the second half. You can find that on YouTube. Search Daniel Bott dunk. He's just getting you some press, Andy. Just to throw it out there. So getting back on track. As I had to give you.
Not talking about Andy Grimm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
We'll demoralize that. We'll bring it back up.
And we'll give Andy Grimm we'll give him some props later for his performance in the last game. But looking at the Carleton game, hard fought, a very hard fought game, double overtime on Saturday, and so 73-70 they come out with a victory. Ben Flavin's the hero. Hits a shot with 0.7 seconds left. But really, if you look at the stats overall, this was a complete team effort. 35 points off the bench to only 9 for Carleton. Talk about how the 8-man rotation that they're forming keeps producing. How big that's going to be down the stretch as far as the stretch run here in the MIAC.
You can definitely see Coach Aaron Grease now. He's starting with the double post lineup. They're kind of getting some continuity there going with their rotations. Everyone knows when they're going to be expected to step up and play. Those three guys, main guys coming off the bench.
Matt Quabbin, Brett Sorensen,
and Marcus Brum. They know when they're coming out. They know when they're coming off the bench. They can mentally prepare them when 16-minute mark. I'm coming in here in a minute. Let's get my mind straight here. But I think definitely all season we've talked about their depth in their team.
Yeah, absolutely.
But right now we're definitely seeing how they have three key guys on the bench who could start in most MIAC teams. And let's be honest, that shows you how good Augsburg starters are playing this year. But the one thing I noticed is when I talk about Ben Flav is that he didn't have a great game going into there. But what it showed is that Coach Aaron Grease has enough confidence in him to go to him in crunch time and have him make the key basket with 0.7 seconds left.
He's got them playing great basketball right now. They went down to St. Mary's yesterday in their final game of the week, won 73-66. Another team effort, more points off the bench from Quam and Sorensen and Brahman. So, really all around, and Andy Grimm, this is where I'm bringing it all back, Andy. 3 for 3 from the floor, played a very, very solid game. That inside presence, Brett, we've talked about it all year, really playing a big factor. And on the boards, they're hitting it hard. They're getting those second chances, and they've really shown a lot of progress from early on in the season. Now they're really starting to show that all that work's paid off inside.
Well, I'll say yes, they've been playing very well on the offensive. I'm still a little worried some of the defensive end. You saw in the Bethel game, you saw in the Carleton game, each team had undersized post players. Robertson from Bethel and then that Yonker from Carleton. They each scored 20 points against our post players who they were smaller than. The opposing posts are smaller than. So that kind of worries me, but I think Coach Grease will fix that problem. Granted, those teams were just pounding it inside too, and that was their main offense, so that plays a factor as well. Offensively, and they've been doing much better on the defensive boards, and I'm really looking forward to this continuing the stretch half their season.
Absolutely, he's trying some things out. Polta and Grimm are starting right now, and they took Sorensen out of the starting lineup. But it's a work in progress, and really they're playing really good basketball right now. Won 4 in a row. Those happen against the bottom 4 teams in the MIAC, but you look at now, they're going to start facing some really quality opponents. You got Hamilton this Wednesday, St. Thomas next Wednesday. You got St. Olaf and then Gustavus on the first. So, how do you make that adjustment from playing? It's the same level, obviously, Division III MIAC, but it's the bottom half of the teams compared to the top half of the teams. They're really going to have to be playing some good basketball, and I'm sure Aaron Grease is really going to want them to get up for those.
I mean, you never want to think that you play down your level of competition, but sometimes subconsciously it happens. Maybe not for the whole game, but maybe there'll be spurts where you do kind of play down your competition. You can be a little lazy in the defensive end and get away with it. I think Aaron Grease is one of the best coaches in the MIAC. He'll definitely make sure his players don't come off flat against these better teams. They have great leadership by David Olson and John Castle, who won't let their guys, and they definitely won't play down their opponent, or they definitely won't underestimate these better teams. But you look at it's the leadership that they have. I don't think they'll allow that. The fact that they have played lesser teams to come back and hurt them when they play the better teams because they've played well against these good teams all season.
They're in good position right now as far as the playoff hunt goes in the top half right now. Top 5 make the playoffs?
Top 5.
Top 6. Oh, top 6 make the playoffs now. So top 6 make the playoffs. They're in good shape right now. Really no danger of falling out of that, but they're going to have to keep playing good basketball, especially against these top-tier teams, to show that they can really play with those teams and get some confidence going for the playoffs. So now we're going to transition to hockey as men's basketball has Hamlin this Wednesday here down